All right, football causes, welcome. And I've got my man, my cuz from Niger, my Niger brother. And he's here with me, Mr. Idris. You're making your debut on football causes. How you doing, my bro?
Fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. What's up, everybody? How you doing, too?
Good brother, good brother. We're just chatting before we come live. Let's take it off from there. Yesterday was
Honestly,
bro, brother,
you see,
man.
I'm I don't know if I'm more pain about yesterday's match or Bournemouth match because I feel like we had it in our hands. We literally let it slip from our hands.
Yes,
Wonderful performance because I was actually impressed by what they played,
yeah,
except for from little. But then I did not see fear in
yeah,
them. They were to actually go all out against
yeah,
Marseille. They were ready to. I saw surprisingly, I saw fear in Arteta. I
yeah,
don't know what Arteta was about. I don't know what he was doing. I
yeah.
mean, where I lost it was when he took out Easy. Come
Oh,
on, man. Come
oh,
on, man.
you know, oh my God.
We are on the pitch. Yesterday,
I didn't get that one. What did you
Easy
say?
was
Can you come
literally
again?
our best. He was literally our best player on the pitch yesterday.
Yeah, he was. He was. And to take you on from that, you know, I, to be honest with you, I thought I was the only one. I was the only person alone. I was alone on that as his decision to sub him off. I was literally fuming, like, brother, if there was anyone capable of change or doing something magical in that game, it would come from Eze. So why do
Wait
you
till you.
pull him off? Oh my God, brother, man.
When I saw the Easy sub, I lost it. I'm like, how? So I'm from the beginning of okay when we signed Easy, when he started playing, I was not really a big fan because it was not I was not like
Yeah,
this couple of first games I was not impressed. But it started gaining the momentum. I said, okay, you know what? I'm a very big fan of Martin Odegaard. I
yeah,
like him because when things were rough for
yeah,
Arsenal, Martin Odegaard, he played football, he was doing.
yeah,
But yesterday, Odegaard was just coming from injury. He just came back from injury. The most ideal thing to do was take out Odegaard,
yeah,
bring Eze back to 10,
yeah,
then tell Martinelli or Trossard to go flank.
yeah.
Then game on. We were
Ugh,
going to win that game. Trust me, we were going to win that game. The game was ours
exactly,
to win.
exactly. To be honest with you, I didn't. When I look at the whole game, that is where, like I said, that's where you see the difference between the two coaches, right? You see the difference between the two coaches.
Yeah.
Arteta, you see why we play certain way. It goes down to the coaching. This team has not been coached to create chances. The moment you let them free, the moment you give them the freedom to play, to want to express themselves, you see the hunger, you see chances. Can you look at the amount of chances we created yesterday? It's unbelievable.
If if Arteta has taken out fear from his mind
Yeah,
and just played football freely, we would have won at least 3-1 yesterday. If that easy ball that hits the bar had gone
yeah.
inside,
Oh
trust
my.
me,
Oh,
we would have gone for trust me, because Man City will start panicking, they will start looking for chances, and they
yeah.
will not see.
Yeah, we don't see. Yeah, they're most
But
likely not gonna have it.
you know the funniest part, Easy had that chance when he came to the middle.
Yeah, exactly. You see, I, this point. This is the point I keep making among Arsenal fan base, and I don't I say certain things, they think I don't like Odegaard. I said no, I love Odegaard. I don't disrespect the player. My problem is as when you look at the number 10 role, the player who actually played that role and delivers that role as he should be, that plays it in a natural way is Eze. Eze understands that he doesn't need to drift too much on the flank. He stays central when the ball is on the flanks. So he doesn't stay on the flanks. He stays central. And this is the problem I have with Odegaard. And it's not just Odegaard's fault. It is the manager who should understand this. That is the
Yeah.
The manager should understand that.
I feel like last 2 seasons was probably Odegaard's best season in Arsenal.
Absolutely. The
We didn't
best.
have easy. We was giving free will to play.
To
Why?
play.
Because we had a stable party, a
Yeah.
stable and reliable Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey, yeah.
Very, very reliable.
Yeah.
Now, Mendy is not as reliable as Thomas Partey.
No, no.
So Mendy gives Rice and whoever is playing them a lot of work
Yeah.
because they need to come.
Yeah.
They need to come.
Yeah.
Now, the game was when we got back to 1-1, the game was ours to just win. Just go all out, play freely. And another thing I would like to say is, as funny as this might sound, but we lost that match again because Simba and Saka were not around.
Absolutely. I totally agree on that one. Yeah. Yep.
Saka plays. Watch whoever we play. Watch how caged their left back is.
Yeah.
Nico O'Reilly was literally enjoying himself throughout yesterday.
Yeah. Because
Why?
he was operating freely.
Because there was nobody to pin him down.
Yeah.
One was perfectly where that I respect Saka for is you cannot dispossess Saka anyhow.
No.
It's not possible.
And the thing is, with Timber, who's got a good engine running also around that life, like Riley will be forced to think about defending.
Exactly. Now, credit to Mosquera. Honestly, Mosquera tried his best yesterday.
He did.
But there have been a very, very fierce war between Timber and Doku. And trust me, Doku is not winning it.
Nah, he wouldn't get He wouldn't get those kind of freedom that he enjoys because Timber studies players very well before getting on the pitch. You could see he anticipates their movement before they make it. And
what he does perfectly is the moment a winger gets the ball, he's on him already.
He's on him, yeah.
I said, if you had Saka for yesterday's game,
yeah,
the Saka's flank would have been very, very occupied. Nico O'Reilly would defend instead of coming forward.
Exactly.
He will be forced to defend.
Exactly.
And I feel like Arteta did so wrong yesterday. Arteta brought in Victor Gyökeres in 80 minutes. Kai Havertz played. Honestly, I don't know what to say about Kai Havertz because I'm tired. I'm not going to lie. Tired.
Oh, my bro.
He saw one-on-one yesterday and he missed it. He saw one-on-one against Marseille in the Cali Cup final. 6 minutes into the game.
Same thing.
Now, let's look for that. I expected Arteta to bring in Victor Gyökeres around 60 minutes.
Yeah.
That is the mentality of Victor. He wants to win.
Yeah.
Arteta was ready to settle for a draw. No. Go down and win.
I want to win. Oh.
So Gyökeres had gone into the match around 60 minutes. Watch how Man City defenders were so free.
Yeah.
To the extent that they're joining the midfield to play football because there was nobody pinning them to the back.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing Victor Gyökeres does perfectly well, even though sometimes he has horrible games, but if there's one thing that he has been getting very well, is to pin defenders back.
Yeah.
Because if Victor Gyökeres is on the pitch, you will not want to leave him.
Yeah, no. You think about him. You think that because he keeps moving. He keeps trying. He doesn't stop trying.
I cannot leave this guy. But unlike Havertz, it is another thing. Havertz will join the midfield because in his head, he is a midfielder.
Yeah.
So his position is I want to be in the midfield. But he doesn't have the strength, he doesn't have the speed to carry the ball from midfield to go and score. It's
To go
not
and score,
possible.
yeah. Is it?
Bernardo is 5'6".
Yeah.
Dispossessed. Albert is 6'4".
Oh my God, man. You know, one thing I observed there, one thing I observed yesterday was there was a moment, you know, the moment that everyone is talking, the moment of controversy everyone talked about. That was the time of the penalty that everyone called for. Oh no, the sending off, the foul. They said that should be sending off. That should be a foul. Now, do you know the problem here? There are two sides of this. Yeah, I could view that as a foul because I've seen that. Even yesterday was given as a penalty for PSG against Lyon yesterday. The same thing with Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. Now, e- e-
Manchester United and
exactly. But you know what another thing from another perspective, right? Arsenal perspective. Now, do you know if Gyökeres was in that position, Kusanov would never, or Kusanov, I don't know what, would never get because he will push him away with his arm and make sure he keeps him out of reach. He will be the one to put his arm first to make sure this guy doesn't get close to him. But Kai Havertz is this kind of soft, he's a good player, but he's just not that out and out striker that wants to put the ball in a safe place to hit it. He's not that kind of player.
all that type of player. So Arteta saw all of those and he still left him. Okay, even if you're see, yesterday, I'm not gonna be, I don't want to say as if no, but if I was at the Arsenal coach yesterday, I'm not losing that much. Trust me.
No, no, it was a game to win. It was a winnable game for Arsenal because, like, I don't know. Oh my God, man.
1-1 draw, 1-1, first half, switch of play. Now, because Man City are under pressure,
Yeah,
we are equalized, we have the momentum.
yeah.
Bounce momentum. If there's one person I was expecting to actually play yesterday, as funny as it might sound, was Gabriel Jesus.
Okay, let's come to that. Let me tell you this, right? I spoke with an Arsenal. Just hold on that because I want us to talk about Gabriel Jesus, right? I spoke about this with a few Arsenal fans, and I told them, listen, the fact that we have problem on the left hand side, and we keep trying to force Gabriel Jesus as a number nine. Gabriel Jesus is a dribbler. He's a dribbler. He's a ball juggler. He knows how to, you know. Why don't you play? He was actually a winger. He was a natural winger. So why, like, I don't understand this coach, brother. I don't understand this coach.
Arteta is a coward. See, I hate the fact that I'm saying it because I'm a big fan of Arteta. I'm
Yeah,
always back, like I love him because let's not take it away from him. 7 years ago, when Wenger left,
yeah.
Arsenal, Arsenal was proper
We
shit.
were dead. We were more or less dead.
Arteta brought us believing again,
Yeah.
gave us, gave us that, okay, yes, we can fight for something. Now finish it off. You're now being very, very careful. You have been a coward. Jesus on the left side,
Oh,
who have performed you have performed on Trossard Martinelli. I'm
Martinelli,
sure.
100%, bro. 100%.
Or
It's
Martin,
the thing is, with the crop of players we have in this team, it is actually easy to coach this team at this stage. With the amount of it's actually easier to coach this team because you have so much talent in the team and how to get this team to create goals, create chances. They're static. They want the ball on their feet before they get into the box. And it just, I wonder, like, do you not watch this as a coach? Do you not watch this? What do you really see when you go back to training? What do you tell this? How do you create your training sessions? It's just,
I,
it's
I honestly
ridiculous.
in as much as it might sound somehow, but I still believe we'll still win the league.
The question that I want to ask you, and that's the next stage of this discussion. Now, we have seen Arteta's faults. It's no longer anything to. It's nothing to hide anymore. We have seen his where he lacks. Really, he's out of depth sometimes, and also we have seen how that this team can actually function the way we want it, the way we expect them, considering the amount of talents we have in the team. Now, my question is, if for any reason I'm in my previous videos, even the video I recorded before we come on here, I did say that look, I don't want to be pessimistic, but at the same time, I'm afraid. I don't want to stick out my neck and say we're gonna win it. But if if for any reason this doesn't go well, both Premier League and Champions League that we've got now, that's the only two. If for whatever reason it doesn't happen in any of these competitions that we're in now, where do you see Arteta next season? Where do you see Arsenal with Arteta next season?
Next season, if none of this happens, Arteta should be sacked immediately.
I agree. I agree.
That means
It's hard.
He needs to go because you cannot lose 4 trophies that were literally within your reach.
Yeah. Yes. That's the problem. That's the problem.